I'm going to call to order our technology committee meeting for Tuesday, October 15, 2024. Can I get a roll call?
You
Here.
Berlin.
Here.
Cahill.
Here.
Carrier. Here. Eckhoff.
Here.
Galassi. Here. Guston.
Here.
Henry. Here. Jorgensen. Kazmarek.
Here.
Rutledge. Here. White.
Here.
You have a formal.
Thank you. And I am going to, a physical quorum of the members is physically present, and I will entertain a motion to permit those members not physically present due to personal illness or disability, of employment purposes, or for the business of the board or family or other emergency to participate by video or teleconference. And I did hear a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that motion carries. Thank you. Welcome, Member Guston.
Thank you.
For my chairwoman's remarks, I just wanted to remind everybody, you guys have probably been receiving reminder emails about your know before cybersecurity mandatory training. And I know that Member Cahill just finished hers today. So thank you, Member Cahill.
Last night.
Oh, and did you finish yours? Okay. Oh, well, thank you. So a lot more people have been finishing them, thankfully.
Yes.
Nobody wants to be excluded.
I was not going to call members out specifically individually, but thank you very much for doing that. I did hear that, there were still 57%. Obviously, that number is a little bit lower now, 57% who still needed to complete training from county board. And for elected officials and their employees, there are 486 out of 790 who did complete their training. So that's still 38% who still need to complete it. So please do so. Thank you. Also last week I had, welcomed Roy Clancy, our new ERP manager. He wasn't able to attend last week, but he is here today. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, my name is Roy Clancy. I'm very pleased to be here. Very, very happy to be part of the DuPage County IT team and very excited with the prospects ahead.
Thank you. Welcome. And I think we definitely need your expertise at the county. Thank you so
You
much.
have a great team and I'm very happy to be part of that team.
Wonderful.
You have an Irish brogue there?
I was gonna say.
A slight bit. It depends if I.
Slight bit.
When I get excited watching sports, it comes out slightly stronger.
Who's your team of choice?
In what sport?
College football.
College football.
American football.
English football.
Oh, English football is West Ham United. Yeah, it's West Ham United.
Yes.
You got a couple of good Irish girls.
Oh, okay.
Couple tables.
Oh, real football. Real football. I have to be careful because my wife likes Dallas. So I have to be careful.
No. That's not real football. That's American football.
Oh, American football. Oh, real football.
Okay, well, that was a very nice digression. Thank you. All right. So is there any public comment?
No.
And let's move on to the approval of minutes. Can I get a motion to approve 24/27/32 approval of minutes for the technology committee, Tuesday, October 1, 2024. I did hear a motion and a second. Thank you very much. Any discussion or changes to the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. To procurement requisitions, can I get a motion on TECO 2-24 to amendment to county contract issued to SHI International Corp. For an enterprise term lease agreement with Adobe Systems for Adobe software licensing for IT to increase the encumbrance by $11,840.27 and extend the contract through December 9, 2024, resulting in an amended contract total of $153,917.11. Did I hear a motion?
So moved.
May I get a second? Thank you, Member Rutledge. Any discussion on this item? Yes.
So just to give the committee a little bit of background for this one, you will see this procurement item pop up again next month. So this is just a request to add to the contract and extend for 1 month because we want to make it coterminous with our fiscal year. So it's been off for a while and we're trying to clean it up. You may next year see a few more of those where we clean them up so that they match our fiscal year. So you will see this one again in December.
Right. Thank you, Anthony, for that additional information. I think all of us use Adobe, so that's great. Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. 6B, can I get a motion to approve TEP 17-24, recommendation for the approval of a contract to Granicus LLC for annual support and hosting of Legistar legislative management software and streaming services for IT for the period of December 1, 2024 through November 30, 2025, for a total contract amount of $42,515.30.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you for the motion and the second. Any discussion on this item?
Quick question.
Yes.
Just, do we have a sense in terms of sort of the life cycle of the contract, like how far in the future would be the next time we'd be revisiting this vendor?
Great question. Anthony, do you want to
Yeah,
answer?
it's a good question. I need to take a look at the current term. I think we use the Governmental Joint Purchasing Act. So it's not like a set amount of time. We can take a look at it probably within a couple of years. At a minimum, I always recommend that we give software about 5 years, and then we can go out to, a competitive bid around that time.
Right, and I remember when this, cycle started, so I didn't think we were that close. I was just curious,
Yeah, I think it's
how
only
far off
been 2
it
years
was.
or
Would be
so,
looking
but
at.
we usually try to give it about 5 years, and then we can do a competitive bid at that time. If we don't feel comfortable with it, or if we think the contract, the joint agreement is not, addressing our needs, then we can do it.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Also, Anthony and I discussed maybe doing a survey from the members to see if anybody has been using iLegislate, because that's part of the Granicus software. So that's something to talk about in the future.
Yeah, so we'll take a look at it. I think it's included, but if you are not comfortable with it, we can either look for the replacement tool. It just helps the board members take notes and keep track of your notes and tie it to the agendas, but we potentially get something else if you're not happy with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
May I
Member
comment? Thank you, Chair. I had talked to Wendy about this, that I needed a class on iLegislate. I'm still not using it. It is something I would really like to do to get away from paper. But if there's I looked at it and I'd like to think I'm pretty tech savvy, but
Study.
wasn't a fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the difference if the Granicus has any training around it.
Yeah, I think before Wendy was actually doing individual trainings, because I went into her office for her to kind of run me through it.
Yeah.
And then, and then she left, she retired.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something that we can talk about as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions or discussion on this? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Thank you, and that passes. Okay, is there any old business for the committee? Any new business for the committee? Okay, without objection, we're adjourned.